The first thing we're going to need to do to prep this recipe is prepare our injection. You're going to need a mason jar and your favorite bourbon. You're also going to need some fresh sliced peaches. I'm only using one peach. You can add as many as you like. And for some extra flavor, I'm adding pecans. Next, we're just going to combine all of our ingredients. Now, I recommend letting this sit overnight if you're not on a time crunch. If you want to smoke the same day, at least let it sit for 3 to 4 hours. The longer, the better. These are not going to be the only ingredients in our injection. Peach definitely complements pork, so we are actually going to do a 1-to-1 ratio of this bourbon mixture to fresh peach juice. But let me be clear, we're not adding the peach juice right now. I'm just going to let this sit overnight first. Okay, it's officially the next morning. My peaches and pecans have been sitting in this bourbon for 12 hours. I'm just gonna filter the peaches and pecans out because I want the liquid only. I don't recommend adding any type of seasonings to your liquid. Only reason I recommend refraining from seasonings is because your injection straw, tube, or needle can be easily blocked. I'm using the Oklahoma Joe's 2-in-1 spray and injection bottle. I'm going to add my infused bourbon first, and then, like I said earlier, we're going to add some peach juice. I prefer a 1-to-1 ratio of bourbon to peach juice, but you can absolutely adjust it to your flavor preference. I love my new Oklahoma Joe's spray bottle. It's so easy to use. All you have to do is add your mixture, remove the nozzle, and then add your injecting tube. Now once you got everything connected, you're just gonna pump until you get all the air out. Some air bubbles are totally okay, but you want to get majority of the air out. Alright guys, now it's time to prep our pork butt. This specific pork butt is almost 10 pounds. So today, instead of going low and slow like I usually do, we're going hot and fast. This part is pretty self-explanatory. We are going to inject our pork butt. I'm making sure to pump right next to the bone. This might cause a longer cook time, but we all know that bone gives it so much more flavor. You're going to want to pump all that liquid in until it starts spitting back at you. That is just a sign that your pork took in all that injection that it could. So keep pumping that pork butt until it looks like it's on steroids. Once your pork butt looks like it's on steroids, wait until you throw it onto the smoker. I recommend waiting at least 10 to 15 minutes before you actually throw it onto the smoker. You want to give all these juices time to spread within the pork butt. This way we can ensure a peachy flavor every bite. Now that we're done injecting, let's talk about seasonings. To balance out all that sweetness we just added to our pork, my go-to seasoning is the Oklahoma Joe's Memphis Rub. It's really savory and absolutely delicious on pork ribs. This flavor profile is going to be perfect for our pork butt because balancing those flavors is just as important as the actual cook. Okay, so let's talk about the amount of seasonings. You want to add enough seasonings to build that perfect bark and so your meat doesn't taste bland. But too much seasonings can also impact the way the smoke infuses the meat. So my best recommendation is trial and error. I can tell you the amount of seasonings to add on, but if you get a smaller or bigger pork butt, it's absolutely going to affect the cook. But don't worry, I'm still going to include the ingredient list down below. Today I'm using Oklahoma Joe's charcoal briquettes and pecan wood chips. This is going to be a hot and fast cook, so preheat your smoker to 300 degrees. Now normally I don't add a water pan, but it's so dry in Texas it's absolutely necessary. My Tahoma 900 is officially up to temperature, so now it's time to throw in our pork butt. I'm going to place this butt directly over my water pan and just let it smoke for 3 hours undisturbed. After 3 hours, it's time to spritz. Remember, we're smoking at a higher temperature. This is why I'm spritzing at the 3-hour mark. To keep the bark moist and to help it caramelize faster, I'm going to spritz it with peach juice and continue smoking at 300 degrees. We are going to continue spritzing our pork butt until probe tender and desired color. We are at hour 5 and officially past the stall. Continue smoking for another hour to 90 minutes or until probe tender, which is usually around an internal temp of 201 to 203. But remember guys, don't stress on the number. Trust your meat. Your thermometer should slide into the meat with absolutely no resistance. That's how you know when your meat is done and ready to wrap. This cook, I'm definitely switching things up. I'm actually going to rest this pork butt overnight. You absolutely don't have to do this step. So allow your pork butt to rest to an internal temp of 150 degrees before shredding, and that can take 2 to 3 hours. Even though pork butt is so forgiving, you don't want to shred your meat when it's scorching hot. This is going to shock the meat and it will tighten back up. So long story short, make sure you rest your meat properly. This is how my pork butt looks the next morning. Now let's talk about resting your pork butt overnight. Only do this if you have the proper equipment. For example, if you have a hot box. All hot boxes are different, just make sure your pork butt stays at 150 degrees internal if you want tenderness like this. With that being said, do not exceed 12 hours. That can result in food poisoning and spoilage. But I know hot boxes can be expensive, so there's also the oven option. For example, my oven has a keep warm option. It keeps my overnight meats constantly at 150 degrees. But not all ovens have the keep warm option, so put it at the lowest temp. And make sure you monitor your meat. Make sure your rested meat is constantly at 150 degrees internal. If it keeps going higher, you're basically just recooking your meat. But as I said before, that resting process is completely optional. But these were my results. My pork butt was extremely juicy, but not mushy. I promise I did not rhyme intentionally. And I'm not even gonna lie, while I was shredding this, I was absolutely munching on this pork butt. I was so happy with it and amazed how much peach flavor I actually infused in there. Did a baby squeeze just to show y'all how juicy it was. Well guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. I'm off to make some peachy pulled pork pretzel sliders. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you would do with this pork butt. Eat it straight or make a new recipe. Till next time guys.